What's up? What's up? What's going on, YouTube? Hope everybody's having a great day on this lovely Sunday as we give the Most High all the praise and glory for giving us another day out here in this cruel world we're living in. But today I want to talk to y'all about something that's really been crossing my mind. A lot of YouTubers have been doing this videos. This is not a response video. This is not no videos towards nobody. This is my opinion and my opinion only. But now also follow me on Instagram at Jay Holiday. Also subscribe to my channel, The Truckers Knowledge Show. I'm gonna upload both of these videos to the Highway Diva and to the Truckers Knowledge Show, but I'm gonna leave the link in the description box on the Highway Divas channel. But the title, the real reason why virgin truckers don't give out information. One, a lot of people is not ready. What I mean by not ready, you got some people that want to learn the game and they haven't even passed the exam on the general knowledge or the air brakes test. You got some people that want to know the knowledge of getting contracts and running their own authority, and they're having trouble backing up a truck. You got people that want to learn the game and want to know everything about trucking, and you know, they don't even know what slack adjusters are on the truck. Can't even pass the pre-trip in school. The moral to the story is dude, take your time. Do one step at a time. You know, on stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why I believe a lot of ventures owner-operators don't really talk as much and don't really learn the information. And you know, it's good to have that dream. I'm not going to say you can't get there. I'm not going to say, no, don't do it. You can get there, and you will get there if you take your time and do your research. Don't always expect people to spoon feed you the information all the time. And the majority of the people that's on YouTube now, when I started trucking, wasn't even trucking when I started trucking. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ghost, I think me and him started around the same time, which is about coming up on 6 years now. And you know, I learned a lot of stuff from him. I learned a lot of stuff from LoSean. Sometimes on Chuck Brown channel when he was doing great videos back in the day. I learned stuff from him. I learned stuff from SoCal. I mean, even though it's not always trucking related, I learned stuff from OG, the Grown Folks channel. I learned stuff from him. And the number one thing that I admired and he said was, the first step in the formula of trucking is you have to love it. Trucking has to be in your blood. You have to love it. You have to love trucking. I've been home for 2 weeks, and you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to get back out here. Not running away from duties at home. I got to spend a lot of time. My fiance, I got to spend a lot of time with my daughter, and man, I loved it. I was loving it. Now I got to get back into the trucking thing. But anyways, let's get back on topic. It's just, you know, a lot of folks not ready. It's not the fact that they want to feed you, they don't want to give you information. Some of them do want to give information. And a lot of people, they don't want to hear this on what I'm about to say. They always say that a lot of truckers, most of them that's successful, are not on social media and not on YouTube. That is 100% correct. Excuse the bumping. That's 100% correct. That's true. A lot of them are not on. A lot of them are not on internet and not on YouTube. I have my uncle's brother-in-law been trucking 20 plus years, and maybe a few years ago, you know, he works for Snyder. Not gonna say the name, I would say his company. I mean, this is maybe what, 8, 9 years ago, grossing 5 or 6K. I mean, you know, 7K, taking home 4K, 5K, 1 week 3,500, making good money. He always had his own truck. But you know, I had a couple of talks with him about a few weeks ago, maybe about a month now. Give me the rundown on small companies in Illinois, where you can go over there with your own truck, pulling a trailer, grossing $6,000, $7,000 a month. I mean a week over there grossing that. So I'm saying you're not going to make that every week. It's true. It depends on, you know, what breakdown, depending on what lanes and depending on what things you're running. But I was making, I ain't gonna say what I was making, but I'm gonna say I was making a pretty good amount a week, and I was home on the weekends for like 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks straight. The Highway Diva was dispatching me, you know, negotiating freight and stuff for me, and which I could do it, but you know, she chooses to do it. She wants something to do, and I was home every weekend. So you know, I don't think it's the fact that they don't want you to make, that most old school veteran truckers don't want you to make the amount of money, and they don't want you to make what they make, and they want them some. I mean, there is some out here. I'm not gonna say it's not, but I don't think that's the case. I just think you know, some people need to take the time. And I know one thing people always ask you is, man, how do you get contracts? How do you get this, or how do you get that? The thing is to take your time. It's hard to do stuff on a one truck operation. You have to know how to be, for one, corporate wise. You have to know how to be. You got to know how to conduct yourself, especially when you on social media, how you talk, how you speak, and things like that, because you can be broke and don't have a dime. I said this before, and I knew somebody, and this person is real close to me, doing proposals and stuff like that, didn't have a dime in the bank, and can walk out. The investors were so surprised and cut her a $50,000 check, and some folks don't even have no money. It's all how you conduct yourself, and it's all how you doing business. Being a con artist and being ruthless in business, it ain't gonna get you nowhere. Excuse me. It's not gonna get you nowhere. It will for a little while, but it will catch up to you. But as for new drivers out here, it's some that come in the game and give straight for authority. I'm not saying you can't be successful, but learn the game, learn the trucking life. You got people that want to learn how to, you know, dispatch. Just straight jumping into dispatching, and some people can do it, some people can't. Get under somebody or get with somebody, you know, do a resume or get on with a company to teach you how to do dispatching. But when you get contracts, I'm gonna share some of this information. Some people don't know this, some people do. It's hard to do it with a one-man trailer. It's hard to do it with a one-man's truck. Most people, most shippers or receivers, when you're trying to get contracts with them, you have to have a certain amount of trucks and you have to have a certain amount of trailers in certain areas. You can get a certain amount of trailers if you get contract, you know, with whoever builds them or whatever, and you can get certain amount of trailers with extra lease. But you know, a lot of times you gotta have the capital for that. You gotta have the money for that. Just build slow. I guarantee you, every company of mega carriers out here now start off with one truck. Later on, work their way to 15 trucks. Work their way up to 20 trucks, 500 trucks. You know, and most of them these small carriers, and at the time they pay the most money until they start getting big, you know, a little bit bigger. But companies like Knight, don't quote me if I'm wrong. I mean, quote me if I'm wrong, but Knight has only been around since what 1990, 1992. I mean, they're not even 30 years later. They're almost a mega carrier. Well, they are a mega carrier. When I was with Southern Refrigerated, I talked to a guy. They started off with 15 trucks back in the 80s, 84. Now they up to what, 1,200 trucks. And the thing about it is like, I learned a lot of information from veteran drivers. I mean, that I meet when my truck's in the shop or I'm in the truck stop, and then, you know, they just, you know, spark a conversation. Man, I learned so much within 10 or 15 minutes within talking to older drivers and talking to veteran drivers. But you know, my advice, you know, my opinion, man, is take your time. You will get there. Have faith. You will get there if you have faith. But you know, that's my little rant and myth on the real reason why most veteran drivers, most veteran truckers want to get information out to, you know, us young truckers. But you want to know the funny thing is, like I said, I've been watching YouTube for the past 4 and 5 years now. You want to know the funny thing about it? All this information. The funny thing is that, well, it's not funny, but it's funny to me. is that the information is right there in everybody's hand and faces, but they won't grab out and reach it. All you have to do is grab out and reach the information. Casanova was doing video. Casanova 601 was doing videos. How many of y'all had a pencil and paper? I know I did. How many of y'all was phone recording videos? I know I have. It's a video up right now on somebody else's page on what to look for when you're buying a reefer trailer. That video is still up on YouTube. Are you taking pen? Are you writing stuff down? You know, I don't get it. But like I say, the information is right out here. Everybody know it. The information that y'all claiming that they won't tell y'all the information, but you already know it. You already sharing it. LoSean been giving it out right there. What more secrets in trucking do you need to know? The money is out here. The choice is to go get it. If not, it's gonna sit there. But anyway, man, y'all have a good one. I hope y'all enjoyed this little video or this little, I ain't gonna say rant, but you can call it what you want it. And like I say, I got a lot more great videos coming up, man. I do have a lot of information. One thing about me, I'm not trying to be bigger than YouTube. I'm not trying to be no YouTube celebrity. All I want to do is just be me. You won't see no PayPal on my account. You won't see none of that. I'd rather have a handshake or a thank you. I don't need your money. I don't need none of that, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm blessed from the Most High. Even if I have a downfall, I'm still going to be blessed, and I'm still going to thank him, because I know he's the only one that can get me out of the situation. But anyway, y'all have a good day, man. I'm finna head on to Georgia. We'll holler at y'all.